Hello, my friends in New Jersey. This is Daryl Andrews, Coach D, the Workforce Development Motivator. For the past 25 years, we have empowered countless state, regional, and local workforce organizations around innovation and strategies for motivation of staff, clients, and stakeholders. And so we're proud of the work that we've done. Um, Excuse my gear today, but my daughter is graduating from American University tomorrow. And so I am home getting ready for that. So I'm wearing my Eagles gear. I'm wearing relaxed gear today. But for the last 3 days, ironically, I've been a feature presenter at the National Association of Workforce Development Professionals Conference, and the timing of it was perfect for this presentation because at that conference were some of the top workforce organizations in the United States. And so I said, let me go to some of my friends and colleagues and ask them their thoughts on the importance and significance of sector partnerships. And so I decided there's one person in particular I wanted to speak to, and that's a dear friend of mine by the name of Walter Simmons. And Walter is the president and CEO of Employ Prince George's County in Prince George's County, Maryland, where he is probably and his team one of the more innovative workforce groups in the United States of America. And as a result, they're having tremendous success across the board with their businesses, their job seekers. It's an amazing thing what they're doing in New Jersey. And you may want to consider having them present to you at some point. But I asked him, I said, Walter, I know you're a big proponent of sector partnerships. Just give me a few tips to share with my friends in Jersey about some of the things that you're doing when it comes to sector partnerships. This is what he shared with me, and I quote: sector partnerships should lead to programs. We should be engaging our job seeker and business customers with programs that offer the service they need, not just grants. When designed, named, and branded appropriately, sector partnerships that become programs can lead to increased engagement with job seekers and businesses. That's the first tip from this man who uses these things successfully. All right. Sector partnerships and their correlating program ensure program staff, WIOA, ARPA, etc., are aligned with the businesses. That's important. That's why we're doing this, right? Sector partnerships should identify the needs of businesses, top occupations, the skills and qualifications in high demand, and career pathways inside of an in demand industry or industry cluster for, i.e., life sciences. The business data above um, should be used to design the programs and services offered to job seekers. So that data helps. This is job seeker aptitude, interests, skills, assessments, career readiness, educational attainment, and service delivery strategies, and how the programs create budgets for those services. Another benefit to sector partnerships is improving the quality and outcomes of training and development. So, again, this is information from a dear friend and a man who's really leading the way with workforce development by being out of the box. And so, I'm going to say to you, be out of the box with this. Start the process. Don't live in a box. Come out of it because you're in a great industry. I know firsthand because I used to work for a company called Abbott Laboratories, and I was a medical diagnostics representative for them in they're a Fortune 30 company. So I understand the power of the work that you do. That's more pharmaceuticals and medicals, but there's other aspects of it. So I know it's a great industry, and if we can really create some career and job opportunities there, it would open up some significant doors for the businesses, but also the individuals who are seeking. So another thing I just wanted to share with you, just a few Coach D insights to this that are more practical and a little bit more just motivational, is one, we should look at collaboration, not competition. Collaboration, not competition. This is more from the business side. All right. What do I mean by that? Let me share a quick story with you. One of my good friends is a guy named Johnny McGowan. He's known as Jay Ski, and he's created the song called a very popular song called "Hoop There It Is." So 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it was a very, very popular song. Played all over the country and still to this day played quite a bit. So he had sold somewhere around 10 million albums with this particular song. But about 4 years later, another group came out with a song called Hoop There It Is. All right. So you got Hoop There It Is, and you got Hoop There It Is. All right. And so his lawyers, his fellow musicians said, sue these people. They're stealing your brand. They're taking the name. And he almost did that, but then he thought about it. He said, maybe we can come together and do something magical for each other. And his friends, his colleagues, his coworkers thought he had lost his mind. So what they done, his PR person contacted the Arsenio Hall show and said, why don't we create a competition between Whoop There It Is and Hoot There It Is? same name, same industry, same song, almost. So Arsenio agreed. They went on, they competed, and Jay's team won. Keep in mind, I said this. He sold 10 million albums prior to that. After that competition, he sold 25 million albums. Why? He understood the power of collaboration, not competition. See, sector partnerships with businesses coming together creates collaboration. How do we strengthen our industries? How do we create the best opportunity for job seekers? How does workforce and education work in collaboration with business so that we all win? Something to keep in mind. All right. Another thing when it comes to sector partnerships, it from a business standpoint, you can tell workforce development, education, and community organizations what you need. I think there's a serious gap there. And I've seen this all over the country. You know, we should be preparing that next generation of worker, that student in the school. Other countries are doing it as we speak. They're preparing their kids for these tech careers and things like that. So sector partnerships, where we can work together to create programs and systems to educate generations, and not just other generations, but even older, young adults who may be looking at specific careers, but maybe not have considered, let's say, life sciences as a career possibility. So we want to keep that in mind as well. And then the last thing I want to share with you, sector partnerships, I believe, strengthens the industries. It strengthens the industries because why? We're working together to be able to produce success for the industry as a whole in our particular region. And so what that does is it ensures the long-term sustainability of what it is that we do. I'm from Syracuse, New York, and can't tell you the number of businesses that are no longer there because it wasn't about collaboration, it was about competition. And to this day, the city has suffered as a result. But you have an opportunity in a great, great field of life science, one I love dearly because of my history with Abbott Laboratories, to create something special in New Jersey. So I really hope that this information was inspirational to you. There was a lot more I could have added to this, but I just wanted to give you a good 10-minute hit of why this is important, why this makes a difference, and why Jersey will benefit as a result of this. So for Jim Harris and the team and everyone that's involved, kudos to you. For the businesses that are engaged, way to go. And I really believe that all of you are going to benefit as a result of doing sector partnerships the right way. And I like this one statement for those who may think, well, it's not, I don't know, I'm not sure. Well, let me tell you what Henry Ford said. Henry Ford was interviewed and they asked him the question, how are you so successful? Like, you don't even have a high school diploma and you're like one of the most successful people in the country. So the person was really hammering him for a response. Here was his response. He looked at the reporter and said, let me explain something to you. It boils down to one thing, and it's this. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. Some of you may have been expecting a little bit more, but that's it. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. And here's a man that built an industry, created the assembly line, and changed work as we know it. Why? Because he believed he could. Believe that you can with these sector partnerships and watch New Jersey blossom as a result. So Daryl Andrews, Coach D, reach out to me at info@Coach D Speaks if you have any questions or you just like to debrief from this presentation, because as motivational as it is, it's also steeped in insights and strategies that can be helpful. So again, info@CoachDSpeaks.com if I could be of help to you. Take care now. Have a passionate day. Bye-bye.